So I'm going to pull the string a little bit and talk to you again about what are some other ways to motivate people. And as the title promises, I want to show you the world's cheapest and perhaps most effective performance-enhancing drug. It has to do with what you're seeing on the screen right there. I think too often when we're in management and leadership positions, we tend to go crazy on the idea of how. Here's how you do it. When we're teachers or trainers, here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. Here's how you learn. Let me explain how to do it. Oh, no, here's how you have a crucial confrontation. Here's how you have a crucial conversation. Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. And we lose sight on why. Why are we doing it in the first place? Why does it even matter? Why is it significant? And my experience over the last 15 years of interviewing people about their work is people are yearning for that sense of why. So my one recommendation to you is next week when you go back to your offices, especially if you have any nominal authority over other people, have 2 fewer conversations about how and 2 more about why. And I think you'll see an uptick in performance. I think you'll see an uptick in performance. Because the third leg of the stool, once we get past if-then rewards, we got autonomy, we got mastery, the chance to get better at something that matters, but also purpose. Also purpose. People need to know why they're doing things. And when I say purpose, let me offer a more nuanced view of purpose. You can think of purpose as purpose with a capital P and purpose with a small p. Purpose with a capital P is, I'm healing patients. I'm making the world a better place. I'm providing scholarships to poor kids. I'm ending the climate crisis. I'm putting a dent in the universe. I'm doing something significant. And you know what? That's awesome. That's great. That's fantastic. That's a very big motivator. But there's also another motivator that you can think of as purpose with a small p. It's purpose with a small p. And that's just people knowing why they're doing something in the first place. And here's how I came to this. 12 years ago, I wrote a book called Free Agent Nation. It's a book about where I went around the country and I interviewed people who had left large organizations to go work on their own. They said, I can't take working in a large organization. I got to go out on my own. I know a few of you made that decision as well at various points in your career. And I did these long qualitative interviews with people. I'm happy to say just that this book, Free Agent Nation, remains in print even a decade later. It now sells tens of copies every year. But in these interviews, I ended up with these transcripts. Long transcripts of these interviews. And as I was going through these transcripts in my office, I kept seeing the same sentence. And the sentence was this. See if you can fill it in. They said, Dan, another reason I left this large organization is that I felt I wasn't making a... No. See, difference is sort of purpose with a capital P. You know what they said? I felt I wasn't making a contribution. People were working, but they didn't see how it contributed. They didn't see why it mattered. At some level, they said, if I didn't show up, would anybody care? If I didn't show up, would there be an effect in the world? So think about that. Purpose with a capital P and purpose with a small p. Summoning each of those is truly an incredibly effective form of enhancing people's performance. Looking for ways to say, what you're doing makes a difference in the world. What you're doing makes a contribution to me and the people you work with. And last thought I want to leave you with is this. We tend to talk in business about the profit motive. And I just want to say for the record, the profit motive is a very, very good thing. It's a very good thing. I can make a good case that it's a good thing morally. But it's not the only thing. And at a certain point, it's just not enough. And so as you come back out of this kind of exciting environment here, what I want you to think about is that purpose motive, to recognize that all of us have it, that we want to do things that matter, we want to do things that are significant, we want to do things that make a contribution. And the more you can take that and bring it to the surface, the more you're going to see people performing at their very best. And again, I just want to emphasize, it's free. It's free. Thanks.